New York's new mayor, the rise of Zohran Mamdani, the knowledge falls, where curiosity meets discovery. New York City, the city that never sleeps, just woke up to a new kind of mayor. His name is Zohran Mamdani, and his victory is a writing history. He is just 34 years old, the first Muslim and first South Asian to become New York's mayor, and one of the youngest in more than a century. But this isn't just about politics, it's about power, identity, and a generation demanding change. So, how did a young activist from Queens rise to lead the world's most famous city? And what does this win mean for you wherever you live? Let us unlock the story. Welcome back to the Knowledge Force, where curiosity meets discovery. If this is your first time here, we explore the ideas, stories, sport, facts, and people shaping our world. Today's episode, a deep dive into the most talked about political story in America, the shocking rise of Zohran Mamdani as New York City's new mayor. Who is Zohran Mamdani, the man behind the movement? Zohran Mamdani's story begins from New York. He was born in Kampala, Uganda in 1981 to Indian Ugandan parents. His mother, Mina Alexander, was a poet and professor. His father, Mahmoud Mamdani, a globally respected political theorist, so you could say ideas and activism ran in his blood. When his family moved to New York, they settled in Queens, one of the city's most diverse neighborhoods. Their Mamdanis saw two versions of the same city, the one filled with opportunity, the one struggling to survive, rising rent, poor housing, and inequality. In 2020, at just 29, he ran for the New York State Assembly and won. That was the first sign a new kind of politician was rising. When Mamdani announced he was running for mayor, most analysts called it impossible. He was young, left-leaning, and didn't have the backing of New York's traditional political machine. But here is what made his campaign different. He didn't rely on billion-dollar donors or elite endorsement. He built his campaign from the ground up, powered by volunteers, small donors, and social media. He talked about things most politicians avoid: affordable housing, free public buses, universal child care, taxing the wealthy to fund public services. While others play safe, Mamdani spoke directly to the frustration of ordinary New Yorkers, and people listened. Now, let's be clear, this isn't just a New York story, it's a global moment, because what's happening in New York reflects what's happening everywhere. Young people feeling shut out of politics, communities demanding inclusion and justice, citizens wanting leaders who listen. From London to Lagos, from Nairobi to New Delhi, cities are crying out of change. And Zohran Mamdani's win shows that grassroots energy still works. It's proof that social media, smart organizing, and authenticity can defeat old political machines. It represents a shift from politics of privilege to politics of participation. But now comes the hardest part: governing. Campaign promises are inspiring, reality is brutal. New York faces homelessness, inflation, crime, and a post-pandemic recovery that's far from complete. Investors and business leaders are watching closely. Can a progressive leader balance both ideals, with demand of the real world. If it succeeds, it could set a model for cities everywhere. If it fails, it could slow down the entire movement for people-powered politics. Mamdani himself said, "We can't build a fair city overnight, but we can start today." And that's exactly what people expect from him. Change that feels real, not rehearsed. Zohran Mamdani's rise tells us something bigger than politics. It tells us that leadership is changing, that tomorrow's leaders might not come from elite families or hold power networks. They might come from community halls, classrooms, and housing offices. His victories remind us the world's biggest city ain't built just by building and money. They are built by people who still believe things can get better. So wherever you are watching this, maybe in Nigeria, the UK, the US, or anywhere else, remember this: the next revolution in leadership might start in your neighborhood. This is the Knowledge Fort, where curiosity meets discovery. If you learned something new today, hit like, subscribe, and share this story, because knowledge only grows when we share it.